So badminton, we play with a racket and a shuttle. Although our court might seem small, it is very intense. So badminton can be played by anyone. It's one of the most inclusive sports. It's really, really easy to get into and it's really good for all ages. I'd really encourage everybody to have a go. It's really fun. So in badminton, we play 3 sets to 21 points. So there's 2 different types of game styles. You can either play singles or you can play doubles. Singles is a lot more cardio based, a lot more intense. Doubles, you have to be really precise. I think a common misconception is with badminton, you can kind of just whack it and go. It's really at its core a properly strategically based sport.
In terms of the racket, this is what the racket looks like in the game of paddle. The balls look almost the exact same as a tennis ball, but they're slightly softer, so they bounce a little bit differently. You'd notice if you bounced a tennis ball compared to a paddle ball, there would be a bit of difference, but to look at, there's no difference. Paddle is a bit of a mix of all sorts of racket sports. So you have a bit of tennis, a bit of squash in there. A typical paddle court sort of looks like this. You have your service line, your net in the middle. The difference with paddle is you have a glass and a cage surrounding the court, which makes it a little bit easier to play than some of the other sports because you get a chance to hit it back if it hits the glass. The score in paddle works the same as it does in tennis. So you score 15, 30, 40 and then game. And if you are 40-40, you go to deuce and then advantage. And it is best of 3 sets in a game of paddle.
Squash is a unique racket sport, as instead of having a net and facing your opponent, you're side by side with your opponent and you'll be hitting it back and forth to them using this wall here. Squash is also unique because it's incredibly physically demanding, more physically demanding than any other racket sport in my opinion. This is what a squash court looks like. So all these orange lines around the edge, those are the outlines. You can't hit them above this line. And then this orange line here, that is the tin. So this area here is the tin and you aren't allowed to hit it below there at any point. This orange line in the middle is weird because that is only the service line. So you have to hit it in this area when you're serving the ball. And when you serve the ball, you have to stand in one of these 2 boxes and you alternate every time. Best of 5 games, first to 11, and if say it is 2-0, then 3-2 will be the end of the game.
In singles, the tram lines are out, whereas in doubles, the tram lines are in. When you serve in, I've done a little demonstration, you hit into the opposite service box, over the net into here, and then anywhere outside the court is out. So we play 6 games in a set. Scoring goes from 15, 30, 40, and then if it's 40, it's deuce, and then advantage. And if you win that, you win the game.
Badminton's just such a great sport to be able to play because of its adaptability. It also has the combination of being really, really good for your physical health and for your mental health as well. A lot of studies have shown that it can be really preventative of different kind of diseases that might develop later on in life, or Alzheimer's, dementia. Because you're keeping that hand-eye coordination, you're also keeping fit. And I think a big part of it is you don't really notice how much exercise you're doing until you're doing it. It's also great social, you meet some really great people, and I would really recommend it to anyone of any age and any ability to give it a go.
A great sport for all kind of reasons. If you want it for fitness, if you want it just for fun, it's a great sport. It's a really sociable sport as well. You get to meet a lot of new people. If you were to try and get into paddle, there's an app, Playtomic. You can go on there, find games with random people, or you can play with people you know, and it's a fantastic way to meet people. It's also probably easier to get into than a lot of other sports, as I said, because of the cage in the net. If the ball goes past you and you haven't hit it, you can turn around, let it bounce off the cage and then hit the ball, so you have a little bit more of a chance to keep a rally going.
It's such a good social sport, so fun in the summer, outside. It's just good to meet people and stay fit.